What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dro. It's your boy Yambo.
I'm Yambo, and that's Dro.
And we are the Unlikely Geeks, the sports center for comics, video games, and movie news. Today we got a lot going on. Spider-Man review. I had to double back on the Spider-Man sweater. We got a bunch of news stories with freaking X-Men,
Warhammer, Elden
Warhammer,
Ring, X-Men,
God of
all
War.
types of stuff.
So stay tuned. This episode is going to be a good one. Oh, Dro, look at you. I'm over here. Bam. Yeah, man. Already with the antics. Don't you just love it? I always feel like it's been too long, bro. I feel like doing this once a week feels too long. A lot has gone on over the past week.
I felt like calling you like after Spider-Man and be like, yo, let's just do a separate Spider-Man video.
Yeah, we have to just do special announcement videos sometimes because, bro, I do be feeling like it takes forever. So I take it you saw Spider-Man this week. Anything else that you did? Two times?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I did this weekend, and we about to get into it.
What else did I do this weekend? I just streamed on TikTok for the first time. Conker's Bad Fur Day. You remember that game?
Yeah.
So I played that for a little bit. Definitely forgot a lot about that game. So very shocked all over again. But I don't remember what else we ended up doing.
Y'all went to Dude Perfect.
Oh, snap, you're right. Me and my son went to see Dude Perfect live. And it was basically like the Harlem Globetrotters kind of deal where they're playing sports.
The white boys.
Yeah, it's just the group of friends playing sports with another group of friends. It was a bunch of YouTubers. And my son's like, oh, this is cool, Dad. I like Dude Perfect. But then he heard Mark Rober was there. He heard there was a Zach something else over there. And for both of those guys, this man's jaw dropped to the ground. And he was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they're here. So that made that made it all worth it. He was going for the YouTube crew to win, not the Dude Perfect team to win.
Where Perfect was this at?
It was at the Emily Arena or the Benchmark Center, whatever they call it now.
Yeah, they change it every 10 years.
Yeah, the what was it? The Ice Palace, all that good stuff.
It was like the Tampa Tribune, Tampa something back in the day.
So, yeah, that's what ended up happening. We ended up going there. Did you know? And this is cool. Something I had no idea. They're very, very religious, the Dude Perfect kids. And at the end of the Dude Perfect whole show, they announced it up front. They're like, hey, listen, we're going to do the whole show. And at the very end, we're going to spend like 15 to 30 minutes and we're going to give everybody here a prayer and we're going to sing a song. And it's going to be very, if you feel like it's not for you, feel free to leave. Go get a head start on traffic. There's no hard feelings. We love everybody. But for the people who want to stay, we're going to do a worship song. And then we're going to, say a prayer for everybody. And my son was like, can we stay? I was like, yeah, bro, let's stay. So we did that. And the dude sang a worship song. And then he literally did like a 15-minute prayer for everybody. It was cool. I just had no idea that that's what they did. And they did that. They do that in every state. So it was very surprising to me because, big name people and people like that don't really do stuff like that. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that. It was a fun event. I do wish that the people on the outside that were selling merch told us there was different merch inside because I ended up buying my son a soccer jersey, Dude Perfect soccer jersey, because that was the only thing he saw. Then we went inside and they had basketball and baseball. And I'm like, dang, man. Okay. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You just spent $40 on a jersey.
Yeah. Oh, 40. That's cheap. It was $65.
How much was it? 65.
And then the basketball was $40. I just gave a girl $200. I said, just give me $10. Just give me my change. Like, it's not gonna be much. Just give me my change. And they wanted to charge $40 for parking. And I was like, well, I guess I'm dropping you off and I'm gonna stay in the car, Jill. Like, go have fun.
Yeah, see you later.
Like, I'm not doing that. But I ended up driving around in circles and somebody pulled out of a side, like a street parking, and that was like $4 an hour. So I paid like $16. And so I was like, all right, I could do $16. But yeah, man, that was fun. Yeah, let's talk Spider-Man. You seen it 2 times.
Yeah.
Why? Did you see it in Stream X or Screen X?
No, I seen the first one in Dolby, and then I seen the second one in 3D. And then I didn't know that it had Screen X 3D.
Oh yeah. You know now they have the new Screen X's have like the roof is also a television screen, right?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so it's like all around you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went with Chelsea to see it in Dolby, and then I took my niece to see it on Saturday to see it in 3D.
Nice.
They gave us little Spider-Man pins.
Bro, I'm so mad because I saw it the first day, but I didn't see it the day before, like I normally do. I didn't get a poster. I didn't get nothing. It
I heard
sucked.
it was giving out socks somewhere. My sister was telling me.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm very annoyed. I got no merchandise for that one because I really wanted some. But
I disappeared.
yeah, you did. Oh snap! I didn't know it was in front of. I'm trying to figure out your voice. This episode's a mess already. Um, but I love it. To me, your voice sounds funny. But chat, let me know. So, all right, cool. Let's do the review. Let's here we go. Our Spider-Man review by
So
Trigger Dro Mendoza. Let's go. What's up?
I'm gonna start off with the trailers and super misleading. So they were saying like not saying, but they were showing a lot of Spider-Man and a Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So people were like skeptical, saying, "Oh, it's gonna be a Spider-Man versus Hulk," and we're not gonna spoil it yet, but so and so's gonna get the Hulk to go savage. But the Hulk was barely a problem. How
Okay.
about that?
Okay.
How
No.
about that?
No.
How about
Dro.
that?
No, I don't like
No,
that.
no, no. I didn't spoil
That's
nothing.
spoilery as hell. I don't like
No,
that at
no.
all. What did you think about the overall story? What did you think about the movie itself, the action? What did you think about the way it was, his suit? Like, give me that kind of stuff.
So it was shot really nice. The visuals are definitely different from the first three films. It's from Daniel Destin Cretton, who did Shang-Chi and Wonder Man. You
Which
know how
just
we
got canceled.
know, yeah, that's another topic. But he did hire Jackie Chan stunt coordinator team. So the action was on point. Going back to the visuals, I really like the first initial swing where the music went off and you could just hear the wind going through his suit and going through and then the spider web shooting through the wind. So you felt it.
Hmm.
And then he dropped the music back in it. I also like the Bad Bunny song
That was
at
random,
the end
right?
of the
I told
movie.
my son, I'm like, hey, that's Bad Bunny. And he's like, that was very random.
Um, Sadie sync was good. Not gonna spoil it yet.
Yes, you will.
Um,
He'll say it.
John Berthal was a real good added addition to the movie. Zendaya, she could kick rocks. Um,
What? Zendaya could kick rocks?
and Ned Leeds, that's the boy. And I'm Holland. Let me say this: the Oscars hate on superhero films unless it comes to CGI or the music, right? If they made Spider-Man about if Tom Holland was a firefighter, right? And he was helping Zendaya out of a fire. She hit her head. He forgot who he was, and then he went on like a 51st dates kind of thing. He will win an Oscar for his acting. But since it's a superhero film, they're not gonna give him nothing. Tom Holland acted his ass off in his movie. I felt everything he went through. I felt it from him missing his friends, from him missing Zendaya, from him being a broke dude in New York, him struggling with everyday life. Like he did his thing, bro. He acted better in this than he did in Odyssey.
So, okay. So overall, what's your score? What do you give it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
S.
All
This is
right.
an S tier movie for sure.
All right. So my review. I thought a lot of the movie was very heavily slow mo, right?
Mm,
And the slow mo was super well done. Like they must
mm.
have shot it in like a million frames a second because they slowed it down perfectly, and it really gave you the action feel. And they did it a lot, but they didn't do it
Yeah,
enough where you got tired of it. Like every time they did it,
yeah,
it felt deserved. The dynamic between him and the Punisher was cool, but that's because I learned that they've known each other since they both got into acting. They were randomly in a movie together
They did
You
3
know,
films, yep.
yeah, they were in a movie together years ago. So they already had that relationship. Super cool. Um, I like the I like the bad guy that they used and how they portrayed it, and how everything was one after another and things like that. The science of the movie made a lot of sense. The fact that it was Spider-Man who created whatever he ended up doing made no sense because he's supposed to be broke, but at the same time, he was, you know, he had the equipment, whether that was from Stark in the past or whether he had it before, because everybody forgot about Spider-Man, but Spider-Man didn't lose everything he had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So he probably had all of that in the past. We probably seen it in the other movies where he was upgrading his suits. So he still
yep.
utilized the same stuff. It's like if I lose a job and I kept their printer, like I'm not losing the printer just because I don't work for them no more. They didn't take it back. So, so I thought that was super cool. It was pretty funny. The All of those cameos, there's 100 different bad guys in this movie. They're in and out. The ones that stayed, there was a point, there was a reason for them to stay. I don't know why Joe's talking about Zendaya could kick rock. She did good, and I liked how they
No,
use
her
her.
act the actor, not the actor. I mean the role, like,
MJ.
what happened in the movie.
So I liked how they use her in the movie. It was
Yeah,
very emotional, bro. Like there's a scene where you're like, oh, everything's about to click, it's gonna be perfect, and then it's not what it seemed to be. And I was about to bust in tears, bro. I feel like the people next to me was sniffling. Like it was
yeah,
intense. Um, it was a really, really good action heavy movie. And my number one thing that I notice in a lot of movies that we watch, if a movie company allows you to do your own version of their title card opening, then you have like a classic on your hands, like a really good film.
yeah,
Marvel making the movie, just instead of showing all the characters, it was just
yeah.
Spider-Man focused.
They gave
Um
him the Black Panther treatment because that's what happened on Black
exactly.
Panther 2.
It happened on Black Panther, but even movies like MGM, if they do a different character instead of the lion, that's going to be a dope movie. If they
Yeah,
have Universal and instead of the world, or something, or what's the other one? DreamWorks. Instead of it
yep,
being the kid fishing, if it's like Shrek on there making a joke, it's gonna be funny because they have so much confidence that they're gonna change their title card, which is their staple, and make it specifically for you. That's like that's like knowing that's foreshadowing that the movie's gonna be dope. I haven't seen a movie that they allowed to do that was trash. I just haven't seen it. So I definitely agree. The movie is S tier, A plus 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 whatever. Um, if anything, it was a very long movie, but everything made sense. Like there was chunks. My favorite thing, especially in these Marvel movies, since what was it, Infinity Wars or Endgame, was noticing every 20 minutes sadness. Then it was a funny joke. Sadness, then funny, sadness, and funny. Here, it's not like that, but there's a chunk of like real important stuff. Then it was some great action. Real important stuff, great action. So it was just paced so fast that I didn't fall asleep during this movie.
nice. That's definitely an S tier movie.
I didn't fall asleep during this movie. So
Throw them damn spoiler up. Throw it up.
I
We
don't
about
know.
to get into it for sure.
Joe is he's dying for this. So we got a spoiler here. Let me open up the spoiler here. All right, guys. Brace yourself because Joe is about to tell you everything about this movie that ever happened. And if you haven't had time to watch it, which I know some of our viewers have not, walk away, come back in like 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Facts. So like we left off in No Way Home, Peter wished that everybody forgot who Peter Parker was, but they still remember Spider-Man. So starts off with this is one thing Chelsea liked that she pointed out. The beginning, they did a whole good deal with like not showing like 4 years later. It was them in freshman year, sophomore, junior, senior in college. So I like that how they broke that down in the beginning. Um Spider-Man knows the Punisher from some ordeal on Staten Island. That's how they become friends. Well, not friends in the beginning of the movie. They end up being friends towards the end. Like Yembo said, they didn't show um Tombstone and Tarantula and Boomerang more than literally 2 seconds each in the movie. There was literally a post online about it. They were literally at 1.1 seconds, two
Yeah. It
seconds,
was it was through
and
a
I think
scissor reel.
Tombstone had 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer on the Tombstone part of it because everybody was so hyped about the Tombstone role. The other ones was like, all right. Um, the Hulk. He was in this movie, but it wasn't a Hulk versus Spider-Man movie like the trailers wanted to lead you to, which I understand because if they gave anything else out in the trailer, it will spoil the movie before everybody went to go see it. So they was like, how can we get everybody else hype for this movie without giving it away? So the Hulk. Um Mark Ruffalo, that's my guy. He can't really do no bad. I like that they transitioned from Professor Hulk to Savage Hulk.
Real
That was dope.
Hulk. Real Hulk. Not the
Yes,
halfway Hulk. This
yeah,
was like the
Savage.
the big Hulk. Yeah.
That was cool. The Punisher, funny. His action sequence with him and Tom fighting the Hulk was dope. Like you said, the slow motion scene when Spider Man had to grab him, slide him on the floor, and Punisher's like shooting the Hulk midair, slow motion was crazy. Um,
My favorite thing that I didn't talk about earlier was the
yeah,
way they showed the webbing. Like
yes,
everything with the webs was insanity. Like I loved the fact that it was coming out and it was going through his suit, so it bubbled up. Like liquid
yes.
going through his suit. Everything was so thought about, bro. Like, and then when he did the whole, and then it just went everywhere. It was the video game. They said that they were inspired by the Marvel game, and they literally were inspired by the Marvel game.
I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about the stuff they pulled from the game? Did
Everything, yo,
they?
perfect.
Okay,
So the jumps, he was jumping through things and doing little acrobatic tricks, and I was thinking that he was going to pull out a Rubik's cube because in the game, if you fall from a long enough height, he'll pull out a Rubik's cube and just start making it and fixing it until he hits the ground. I
mm,
thought they were going to do something like that because it was just so poetic. Like everything they did was so thoughtful. Like they really
yeah.
really put a lot of energy into making sure that everything in the movie made sense.
So Zendaya, nothing wrong with Zendaya. I mean, like, I felt for Spidey when he was on the roof and he thought, like you said, he kissed her and the magic came back. But then when he took her to the boat and she found a letter and she told him
Crazy.
like,
About to cry. It was over. It
I
was a
I
wrap,
I don't love you. I barely even know who you are.
bro.
But then this would kill me. She leaves. She comes back and she goes, "You take me home." Yo, walk. Take the subway home. I don't care. I'm not taking you back. You see me crying? Oh,
No, I would have taken her back. That's the love of my life. I'm gonna see her one last time. I'll take her back. I'll be like, listen, I get it. I still love you. You don't know me anymore because of whatever, but I know I love you. And if we don't see each other again, I'll drive you over there. Maybe you can fall in love with me again. 51st dates. Let's talk in the car.
yeah.
Let me go get you a coffee. Like, let's stop at Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I mean? Like,
Do
so
you think, you know me, I'm an optimist. So do you think the handshake
yeah.
made him remember?
So the same way that she remembered, there was some part she said there was part of her that she had probably had in the back of her head or whatever, but she doesn't really know him. Same thing with him. It's probably just muscle memory, and then he's like, "We know each other. How? Like
Oh no, see that's different.
no,
I
because he
thought
was
I
he
thought it was a flushing of like it broke the spell.
no, because the thing is, he did it as Peter Parker. So he didn't do it in the mask in like the Spider-Man suit. If he did it in the Spider-Man suit and it worked, then he'll click in his head like, wait, I know Spider-Man from something because Spider-Man be like a true friend of mine, even though they had met earlier. Like that they didn't practice that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Like maybe he
I was
knows, he knows,
in
but
my
he doesn't
brain,
know.
I was just thinking it was like you said, it's Disney. So when they kiss, memories come back or somebody come back to life. So I was thinking that, she didn't remember because homegirl had her control of her. So when he kissed her on the rooftop. That's why she didn't remember.
Yeah.
That's why she still got the necklace. She contemplating. So maybe in the future, when they actually do kiss, when she's in her right mind, maybe that will break the spell. That's Disney. They break spells like that
Yeah.
with love and tears, kisses and tears.
The
So
one
when they did a
teardrops.
handshake, yeah, when they did a handshake, I was like, oh, he broke the spell with the power of friendship. Um, that was just me being hopeful. Um, but let's get into Sadie Sink, the biggest spoiler of the movie.
Okay, go ahead.
So Sadie Sink is Jean Ellis Gray or Elaine. Elaine.
I mean, that literally they did the interview in the red carpet, and Valkyrie had
Yeah,
asked the
and
guy who did the thing, and homeboy said, "My favorite part of the movie was Jean Grey."
yo, I'm so good. Like, soon as seen that they were about to spoil it, exit out Instagram, close it out. I wasn't even letting it. I was, ooh,
But
I did
everybody knew
good
that.
this
That was
time.
like the worst kept secret imaginable. So what?
Oh yeah, because when they were filming the movie, they seen the color green and yellow. So it was we all had the feeling, but if a motherfucker break your heart with some dumb shit, it would have been a problem. Like if she wasn't Jean Grey, I would have been so upset.
Of
They would
course.
have to give us a big character.
What you know? What's
So I'm
crazy
glad it
to
was
me?
actually a big character.
You know what's crazy to me? The fact that in the movie, Jean Grey's sister is like 16 years old. So the big Jean Grey's big sister that died, that caused her to do it, is actually younger, way younger than her in real life. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so I had to do research because at first I was like, "Who is Sarah?"
hmm
She actually does have a twin. I mean, a sister named Sarah.
Yeah. That's.
So we know in the comic books about the clone,
hmm
but that's not the same thing. But she does have a sister named Sarah, so I give them that. I thought they were just making something up.
Yeah.
The thing I like about Sarah, her power, she can help you unlock your powers. You remember X-Men, the old X-Men, when they had the little bald little boy? He could take away your powers and how big of a deal that was. She could influence your powers and help you out. I don't think she did.
No, she's not dead, bro. Of course not.
I do
She
not think she did,
no.
bro.
She's
You don't kill an accent like that.
didn't they show her driving to in the woods, like going to X Manor to X Men at the end of the movie?
No, not Jean Grey. I'm talking about Sarah, her
Oh, you talking about
sister.
the sister? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no. I think they got to keep the sister dead. If not, all of that emotionalness of this movie is gone. Now we got in the comments on TikTok. Deadpool wore a Jean Grey Deadpool suit, like the color Jean
Yeah.
Grey. So
That was
there's no
that's
spoiler. Like
crazy, bro.
the Jean Grey was Jean Grey the whole time. They weren't hiding that.
Yeah, bro. That was crazy. Yeah, I was just not trying to spoil it, even though we all had a feeling.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we talked about it.
Um,
Unlikely Geek spoiled it. Catch it right here.
I text Yambo though. He could be Jean Grey, bro, for 20 years. She's so good, bro.
Yeah. And she's young, and they're
She's
casting all
young.
these young kids. We'll talk about some of the rumors and the people they're gonna cast in a few minutes. But everyone they're casting is in their early 20s, which means in what he said he has enough movies until 2045.
40 something, yeah.
So that's 20 years. So they'll be 40, and you could do all of these X Men movies in their while they're 40 because X Men's are old characters too. So it makes perfect sense for them to cast right now and film fast. They need to stop with these delays. They need to stop postponing things. They just got to come and all the kids they move. Hey, you guys are going to be in 8 movies in the next 10 years, like quick.
She did really good. Um, Now I'm just so excited for X-Men.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, man. Cyclops,
Are we
they're gonna
done
have
with
to do something
spoilers?
with that.
Are we done with spoilers? What else you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye, spoilers. Everybody come back. If you're over there getting something to eat, come on back. Join the Unlikely Geeks one more time. Let's talk
So
about.
Kevin Feige,
Go ahead.
one more thing. Kevin Feige did say they're planning on doing Spider-Man 5,
Yeah, they got
but
two
that
more coming.
Zendaya and Tom need a break. So we probably won't see Tom until 2028.
Tom or Zendaya? You
He
won't see
himself.
MJ. No, you keep saying MJ. You keep saying Zendaya as the actress. You're talking about MJ.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think MJ now has been dropped off of her house, and she
Yeah.
won't come back. And now he get to date, what's her name, Black Cat, and all these other characters.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be cool. Now, how will that change the relationship in real life? Because they've been in like 10. They've been in 10 movies together, damn
You
near.
can't. Oh, Zendaya. You seen the movie she was in? That tennis movie was wild.
The tennis movie. What was the other one? The one,
Seen the
the
one with
the
Robert Pattinson
drama,
right
the
now.
drama.
Yeah.
So like these movies are pretty wild. So now that they're not gonna be with each other all the time, I I hope I know they married, so they went further than all the other Spider-Man and MJ love. Like every movie, the Spider-Man and the MJ date, but they always break up after because they're not together no more. These guys have been together for 3 movies and Odyssey and all these things, so they gonna stay together hopefully, but we'll see.
I'm not gonna say nothing about the post credit, but what you think? What'd you think about it?
I,
Was
I
you
thought
were
it
you
was
happy or?
no, I thought it was a waste of time. Really, it didn't say much. It didn't do much. I was just like, great, you made me wait, not to the middle scene, not to the
All the
beginning
way
of
to
the
the
end,
end.
to the very very end, and I was like, for that, and I was upset about it before I even saw that everybody else in the world was upset about it. I'm like a pioneer in that bit, but yeah, it was pretty whatever
Great movie. If y'all didn't see it, go see it.
for sure. Um,
All right, we're gonna be moving on to some more Disney news.
okay.
This is a fun one. Disney has met with Macaulay Culkin about a new Home Alone movie. Macaulay Culkin's pitch for the film had Kevin as a single dad who gets locked out of the house by his estranged son. The house is a sort of metaphor for our relationship, Macaulay Culkin says.
Yeah, I didn't know that Joe was going to this because we had more Marvel news, but yeah, no, the father. The fatherhood dynamic, you already know that's gonna be me all day. Um, I mean, they've done 3 spinoffs of Home Alone without Macaulay Culkin, and I even watched those with my son. Like the Home Alone movies, whether they're good or bad, I still watch them. But if this one's gonna have him in it and it's gonna be about him and his son, so he's locked out of the house, and then what? The son is trying to trap his dad and do booby traps against his father to come inside the house.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, who's gonna be the antagonist? And I'm like, well, I guess Macaulay Culkin will be the
The bad,
said antagonist.
right. So that should be cool, but also really sad. Like you're gonna hurt your dad to not come in the house. You're gonna put like an electrical thing in the
I
doorknob. Like what are you doing?
I think Macaulay Culkin heard that they're gonna do Are We There Yet Part 3. And he was like, you know what? We could do this with our IP. Because
I,
that's literally what it is. Because the first Are We There Yet was literally the kids against Ice Cube.
yeah.
All booby traps and tricks and get him caught up and arrested and
I mean, I think I heard about this rumor that Macaulay Culkin wanted to be back way before. Are we there yet? But yeah, it's the same concept. It's really cool to see them as adults. Now, what's sad is that both of Macaulay Culkin's parents from the movie have passed away in real life. So the grandparents are going to
mm,
be in the show, but in the movie, but also they left him as a kid. Like forget y'all. Y'all are bad parents in the first place. So you're not gonna be good grandparents. So they weren't gonna be in the
I
movie.
like it. I like it if the kid's trying to be like a mastermind, but Macaulay Culkin was him. So it'd be dope them going back and forth.
Yeah, like
Cause
like
Macaulay
Tom and
Culkin
Jerry.
is
Yeah,
yes,
that could be
yeah.
cool. I wonder how they'll do it if he's locked out the house. Maybe he finds a way in halfway through the movie, and now he has to like try to make it to the room or something. I don't know. It,
So this is a very interesting topic as well. Disney Plus is starting to turn specific Twitch streamer content into television shows, beginning with a 15 episode series for creator Extra Emily. It says the project comes through a collaboration with Pocket Watch, a company that turns popular online creator videos into family friendly media. Titled Extra Emily Creator Essentials, the show features 15 episodes running about 22 minutes each, repackaging her online streams and vlogs with professional editing. The target audience is for teens, of course.
So that is exactly what Tubi already does. So
Yeah.
like my son watches this kid named Jesser. He plays basketball or whatever.
Yep.
There's
He's
a
cool.
million Jesser videos on Tubi already. You got like FaZe Rug. So they've been doing this. Netflix is again late to the party, but because Netflix is doing it now, they're acting like they're the most they're the Apple of streaming. Samsung
Yeah.
could have done it 4 phones ago, and because Apple's doing it now, it's like, oh, Apple just invented the two cameras on your phone. Nah, bro. You know what I mean? Like once Apple does the flip phone, yo, Apple's doing the flip phone. Flip phones are back. Apple did the VR headset 10, 15 years later. Apple does VR. VR is the new next wave. So Netflix is the same thing. I thought that Extra Emily was, I thought she cursed a little bit. I thought I was like PG-13, rated R kind of, like Kai Cenat, like Cinna. All of these people, they curse in their streams, and their streams could range from anything. DDG. But I guess
Oh yeah, that's different. DDG different.
so like they're gonna end up recutting her, and I think that's part of the edit. Anything that could
Yeah.
be too vulgar, they'll just cut it out.
Yeah, whatever content isn't PG or PG-13, they're gonna not show it, cut it down. But she's very kid friendly. She has that high pitched voice. She got a character.
Mm-hmm.
Puts a character on during streams.
Yeah.
Um, but she's big. She hangs out with AMP and all these big streamers. But she did it big with Disney Plus though. And like I guess the first main streamer on Disney Plus doing this
Oh,
is
my
good. It's
fault.
crazy.
I kept saying Netflix was the Apple. Disney. Now Disney's doing it. Now it's a big thing. I think
Yeah.
Netflix also has some stuff with streamers. Mark Roberg or whatever.
Podcast.
They do the podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still it's whatever to me. If you're a real fan, you've already seen those clips. Kai Cenat does it on YouTube. There's somebody called Kai Cenat's Clips or something, and they clip out his stuff. That's how I watch Kai Cenat. If whenever I do, is I watch the
Yeah.
1 hour little videos on YouTube. I don't watch the streams.
So that was kind of dope that they're all these streamers and YouTubers are getting, it's the new wave, not the new wave, but these companies see money grabs. So there's like, let's grab the most popular streamers and YouTubers and
I don't
see what
know.
we can
I
do with
just
them.
don't know how much money they're gonna make recycling stuff from months ago, because Twitch is like live every day. You're watching it. So if you're watching, and then you can watch the reels, and there's people that will clip it and put it on YouTube faster than Disney Plus is going to do another season. So I don't really see
Yeah.
that being a really big investment. I think what it is putting her face on Disney Plus, because they're going to plan on throwing her on a show. So when they put her on a real show, now kids are like, oh, I seen her face while I'm scrolling. I didn't watch none of that nonsense, but I seen her face. She must be popular enough. Let me go watch this, new show that she's in. So watch, in a couple
Yeah.
months, she's going to have a TV show or be in a movie or something.
Facts.
So that's all it is.
So bouncing back to Marvel, we usually start off light with the topics. That's why I mixed them a little bit. All right. Wonder Man has been canceled.
Yeah, we talked about it
The
earlier.
the show is no longer returning for a season 2.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that coming. I've been said that from before.
Did you watch Wonder Man?
I did. We talked about it, and I said, this ain't coming back. And you were like, but they already announced a season 2. And I was like, yeah, true. But there was something about it. I was like, I don't think people really, really watched it. The people who watched it loved it, but I don't think enough people watched it. And on top of that, people, we're going to talk about it, I'm sure, but people have been putting puzzle pieces together and saying that shows with a certain type of head, actor, those shows keep getting canceled. Those movies keep getting delayed. There's a certain pattern with the star being of a certain anything that keep getting canceled, such as Blade, such as Wonder Man, such as all these things. And that being all the black main actors are getting kicked out and doing something. The only one that lasts is Black Panther. And anything else, for the most part, canceled. Ironheart, Wonder Man, The Blade never went through. You could tell me what other one
Armor Wars.
are, yeah, exactly. So
Um, so that's real. How I took it, because of this is what they'll say in the meetings with the suits. Just Daniel Destin Cretton, who brought you Wonder Man and Shang-Chi, he's the man right now. When Ryan Coogler leaves and the Russos are done, this is the guy. So he doesn't have time to do Wonder Man the show. Wonder Man will be brought into the greater universe, which is dope. Right? Yaya is a great actor. That character is fire. He's also a mutant. Bring him into the mutant saga. Um,
I think they're gonna kill him off expeditiously. He'll be in there the same amount of time that Tombstone was in Spider-Man. He's gonna be
I
in it
think they could.
and he's out of
I
there.
think they could use him when we're doing the mutant saga as the background heroes, as like Colossus and the ones that don't are in the forefront. If we need somebody to help us out with something, Wonder Man's there. He's also part of the West Coast Avengers. He's one of the main West Coast Avengers. So if they want to bring Yaya back, his character's there. He's set. Great actor, great character.
In 10 years, in 12 years from now, bro, he's gonna be extra old. They're gonna recast him. I'm telling you, they're not gonna do West Coast Avengers anytime soon. X-Men is not coming out what for 4 years, 5 years, maybe 3 years. Um, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna the same thing that Mahershala said, and he was like, you know what? They had their chance with me. I'm out of here. I'm gonna make a movie that's similar to Blade, but it's not really Blade, and we'll talk about that soon too.
Yeah. So with your points, I feel you, but we really don't know what's really gonna happen. So we could just Luke Cage is still down. He been around for a long time.
What's Luke Cage gonna be in? They're not talking about that
Secret
boy.
Wars. Yeah, they already said it.
He,
Defenders are coming back. They're gonna be in the new Daredevil season.
are they? I
You
didn't
didn't
know they
watch,
were
you
in
didn't
the
watch
Daredevil.
Daredevil, did you?
No, I didn't. But
Oh, just listen to your boy,
they're
bro.
going
I'm just
to
letting
die.
you
They're gonna
know.
kill anything that has to do with the past. Those characters are going to get snapped out. Doctor Doom is gonna snap them the same way. Like it's just they're gone. Anybody that's from the old era is out of here. That's what's gonna happen.
Why you grab the mic and said that like that? That's what's gonna happen.
It's because the mic keeps
Um,
going up and down.
but yeah, that's the Daniel Cretton. He's gonna go do Naruto, and they're gonna have him come back to do whatever mutant side
Naruto,
movie.
they had Naruto posters in the Spider-Man movie, which I don't know how much the Marvel people like that. Like, hey, Naruto has nothing to do with Marvel or Disney or nothing. And you over here like
Not
put in
yet.
little no. You over here put in
Hey,
like
Disney gonna drop money on anything they want.
yeah. So I thought that was
Um,
pretty crazy.
moving on to some other horrible news. Mahershala Ali says he will no longer star as Blade.
Hmm.
It says,
He said, Marvel, you had me, you didn't use me, you lose me, I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm done. Don't call me, don't text me, don't nothing.
basically,
Yeah. He snapped. He snapped on them, but very professionally. Me, he probably said what I just said verbatim and then put it through Chat GPT so it could make it more professional. Me, I would have just sent it the way I said it. Disney, I'm out of here. I'm never working
also,
with y'all again.
it's movie business, right? So he says this the day before they drop the new trailer of the movie he's in. Your mother, your mother, your mother.
And
Um,
it looks like a alternate version of what Blade could be in a way. No
without him being a
vampires.
vampire.
Yeah, no vampires, but he got a long ass sword. He's chopping people up, cutting people's, heads off. But he's doing it for his his son, right? Like I don't know what the story is.
Yeah, they said he trained for a year to prepare for Blade, so he used the sword training for his next action film. So it was another point I was giving Yambo. Marvel Humbling Blade helped out Sinners and this new Mahershala Ali movie.
Yeah.
The way it helped out Sinners was they lost their wardrobe coordinator, They used all the wardrobe that was going to be used for this Blade movie in Sinners, which made the movie look great.
Mm-hmm.
Mahershala trained to be a freaking katana wielding vampire killer. They fumbled on him, and now he's in this movie that's probably will get good ratings, but probably won't do any money in the movies.
But what I'm thinking, I wonder if this movie is
It's not a prequel.
no. What I wonder is this movie the same script they were going to use for Blade, and they just renamed characters. So they took out Blade, they took out vampires, and made it instead of vampires, they probably made it
X.
gangsters from whatever.
Because
But it's the same exact movie with different wording, different things. I If that's the case, that would be crazy. Because remember, they were saying that he was supposed to be the Blade movie was supposed to be him and like his daughter or something, right? That was supposed to be like what the Blade movie was about, him and his daughter. This movie's about him and his son.
the thing with Blade was the reason it really got canceled because they hired 7 different writers and the 4 other producers they hired, none of them could agree on what the story could be. So with what you're saying, one of the stories could have been something Mahershala brought to them with, hey, let's do this son daughter. I mean, father son, father daughter story. Um, and he took that and made another movie.
Exactly. And so I hope that's the case. Because then you could watch the movie and be like, that's exact. Blade would have said that with a different accent, or Blade would have looked like that, but differently. Because this movie from the trailer, it looks like he is a sword wielding father, but he's also going to a church, and Blade is all about like the church and the devils and the vampires and all of this stuff. So it's like I could see it, and I want to see it. I want to see this movie be Blade without the name, because I still respect it. I would still be
Yeah,
like, yo, this is fire.
we real movie fans gonna see it, but we know how stuff go.
Yeah. But now, like you said, they don't really give comic book movies, the credit they deserve in the award shows. This now being not a comic book movie, he could win an Oscar.
Exactly.
He could win an Oscar for this, being that this was the exact same script that Blade would have been. So
That was an idea when I said the Tom Holland thing. That was an idea I had in my head because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about the Oscars, and I'm like, man, Tom Holland should be getting a nod. Oh no, they were talking about the Emmys and with Yaya being nominated for Wonder Man. And I was like, man, Tom Holland should get a nod for the Oscars for his role in Spider-Man. And I'm like, if he was without the superheroes, and if he was a not crime, but say if he was a cop, met a girl, she forgot her memory,
right.
yo, it'd be a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, man, they fumble Blade.
That's what made the old Marvel movies awesome. Because the old Marvel movies were not comic book movies first. They were a war drama with comic book characters. They were, a sci-fi movie with comic book characters. They were a buddy cop with comic book characters. Now they're comic book characters first. And that's what I believe is messing up. And I say this every couple months in the show, but that's absolutely what's the problem. They're not thinking movie first with comic book characters. They're thinking, let's put this comic book character in a comic book thing, and then it's no real setting to the movie. There's no genre to the film. It's just comic book. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
superhero films and horror films get
Yeah.
the short stick.
All right, what's next?
X-Men. Samara Weaving from Ready or Not and Scream 6
Mm-hmm.
has been cast as Emma Frost in the new X-Men movie. This, besides Jean Grey, is the official casting for the X-Men saga.
Yeah, the first two that they've officially announced.
Yes.
So far, everything else has been a rumor. We'll talk about a lot of those rumors shortly.
Yes.
Nah, she's cool because both of them are connected to Cyclops, right? My boy over here, right? Jean Grey is the love of his life. And then he had, he cheated on or he had a little thing with Emma Frost. So whoever's playing Cyclops is going to have the role of a lifetime. I think every single white boy in Hollywood is like, sign me up. Let me be it. Let me do it. I want to be him. Let me be him.
So not right now. He won't have a thing with her because I think she's gonna supposed to be in her 30s. And, we having a younger Cyclops.
He's
So
being his
unless he's
earliest.
doing like a cougar thing, then
Even then, there's gonna be a scene
yeah,
where he's like dreaming of her. Like, oh
yeah.
man, she's so hot. You know,
And she's a telepath too, so she could put those
no
thoughts in his
thoughts in
head.
his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but we've seen Emma Frost in the old X-Men movies.
Yep.
She's a telepath. She's also could change her skin into diamond.
Yeah.
They call her the White Queen. She normally plays a bad character. She's not a good X-Men. Later on in the comics, they always flip-flop. She'll do some good things later on. But as of right now, as we know her from the old movies, she's always with Magneto or with a bad group. So we'll see what her story will be in the X-Men saga.
All right, I'm ready.
The other rumored news that might be true, because D23 will be happening in 2 weeks this month, well, in August. And D23, Marvel goes really heavy at that convention because of the Disney thing. Disney's like, yo, we pay you all this money, Marvel. We want y'all to be the highlight of this convention next to Pixar. Um, so we have a feeling they will bring out a cast of X-Men, and Charles Melton from the Beef series on Netflix is heavily rumored to be Beast in the new X-Men saga.
Yeah.
Also, Haley Spiney from Alien Romulus is being rumored to be Rogue.
So I would pull them up, but I didn't have anything ready, so that way people could see it, because these names you're spitting are not
Yeah.
mainstream names, so people probably don't know who they are. So look them up. But Alien Romulus is where they cast the new Black Panther. So they're gonna go back to that well and be like, okay, who could this guy might have a good dynamic with? We could hire them for other films, and that's how they're doing it. They already announced these guys. So if you worked with these guys in the past, check your phone. You might get a call from Marvel, because they're looking for those dynamics. It's like, okay, we know these people work together. They have good chemistry, or they don't have good chemistry, and maybe that could work. We could have them be an antagonist. So that's how they're doing it. And so anybody that was in Aliens, anybody that was in Walking Tall or Walking Long,
Long walk.
there you go.
Walking
Anybody that was in any of them films, I think that's really what's gonna get these people calls. That's why it's always
Charles
good.
Melton
Yeah, go ahead.
is tall. So he could definitely be a good piece.
It used to be what's the dude from the old movie? Kelsey? The
Yeah,
old
yeah.
Kelsey
Kelsey
Graham.
Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer. Grammer.
So I wonder how he gonna pull off being super smart, his intellectual
Oh,
characteristics. And with Rogue, I was watching, some other stuff on YouTube. We gotta have
man, that sounds
the
weird.
country. We gotta have the country road.
Oh
We
yeah,
gotta have that
the
from
twang.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that twang. So this girl, she don't got no twang. So let's hope she
She's
gets
an
some twang.
actress, bro. She gonna add the twang. They gonna put her through vocal coaches. I mean, look at Spider-Man. He's British and he sound like he from New York every time he talk.
New York.
So they gonna teach him. They gonna teach her how to be like, y'all over here, y'all got me whisker,
Yeah.
nigga, like it's gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. Don't judge an actor. They got hired for a reason. I don't think Marvel be missing. Has there been a cast in Marvel?
They're not gonna miss for X-Men.
But
They know we gotta get rid of the Avengers hype, bring in the new hype, so they can't miss.
is there anybody that Marvel has hired over the past century, whatever, the new friend, the MCU, that they missed, in your opinion?
Adam Warlock, not my favorite character.
Okay.
But other than that, no. I really
Okay.
like Marvel MCU. No, Sony, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, we're not messing with them.
Because Craven, what the hell was that? um
Now, the reason I was looking funny when you said that D23 is coming now and they're gonna announce a whole slate of X-Men. I think that's completely the wrong call because Doomsday is coming out. They gotta focus on Doomsday. They're not gonna say nothing about X-Men for a while. You're not gonna hear about X-Men until Doomsday is over. I feel like they should wait. I feel like they should wait. Because if they show X-Men in the new Marvel, in the Doomsday movie, that will be the biggest surprise ever. You just see Sigourney Weaver, and then you're like, who the heck? Why is she here? And then boom, she turns into Diamond. Then you're like, oh! Like, if you want those kind of reactions, shut up. Stop announcing these people.
Let the Sigourney Weaver, that's a whole different lady.
You know, well, you know what I mean. But let the people be the people, you know?
So I feel you on that, but that was my thoughts at Comic-Con. But now, because of Spider-Man was coming out, and they didn't announce Jean Grey yet. But now that they did announce Jean Grey, who's such probably the biggest X-Men besides Wolverine, like might get them some leeway because we know X-Men are in Doomsday. We got X-Men in Deadpool versus Wolverine. So with them announcing maybe 2 or 3 characters at D23 might happen. I'm not saying it will or won't, but that was what you were saying. That was my thinking before Spider-Man came out. I was like, they're not gonna do it at Comic-Con because they didn't announce Jean Grey yet, and we said they skipped a whole year of what they was coming out with because of that.
And they're gonna
But
keep it.
now since she's out, maybe
they just bring her out and then be like, she's gonna be the first of the X-Men. And then that's the announcement.
It'll be her and Samara Weaving.
Samara Weaving, Sigourney Weaver. You know what I meant.
Samara Weaving. It'll be
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
We know she's a mutant.
Yep.
And
the
they
kids
ain't gonna bring Wonder Man out.
It's the kids from WandaVision. They're supposed to be grown now. What you forget about them, but those are X-Men too.
And Speed is in the Vision Quest movie. I mean Vision Quest show. So we might get Vision Quest here.
Yeah, I think that's
already done.
I think we'll get more Vision Quest than anything else. Yeah. You know, people forget about Vision Quest. I forgot about it. Hey, real quick, I want to shout out. Somebody's going crazy on TikTok, sending us hearts and roses, and so appreciate you. Go ahead.
What's their name? You call them out.
Oh no, I don't know. I can't really see it. I just see
out. Hey, shout out to all our supporters out there, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Some more exciting news for Pedro because I loved sci-fi and the lore of this title and his IP is crazy. A Warhammer 40,000 animated series is in the works with Henry Cavill, set to exec produce. The series will spin off of the Warhammer episode and Secret Level, with Blur Studios returning to animate. The funny thing about this, right? Today, the Warhammer news is going back and forth. Because what was the news prior? They were doing a live action movie with Henry Cavill. And Twitter goes, you know what? They're doing an animation with Henry Cavill. So me and Yamba was thinking they're not going to do the live action. They just turned it into animation because I'm thinking Warhammer is such a crazy IP. The visuals and CGI going to have to be crazy. So I'm like, maybe they'll do better animated.
So
but then, an hour before this podcast started, it goes, you know what, guys? They're actually doing a live action Warhammer with Henry Cavill, and it's 2 separate projects. Henry Cavill is the glue and, like you said, the executive producer of this whole new IP.
Well, he said that the day that he left Witcher on Netflix, he announced that he was going to do a lot of Warhammer stuff. He's a huge nerd.
Yes.
The video games, Warhammer 4,000, but the two games that are like Gears of War, I forget the actual like full name of them, but those games are badass. I'm actually in the middle of playing the second one right now, and yeah, if those are the games that he's gonna do, it's going to be God of War or Gears of War in space with aliens and all that, and he's gonna be
Starship Troopers meets Gears of War.
Yeah,
meets Call of Duty,
but it's more gritty. They take themselves seriously. This ain't a joke like Stormtroopers.
No joke.
They're very serious.
No, this is super serious. The lore of Warhammer 40K details the tragic 10,000-year decline of humanity as they fight a losing battle for survival against cosmic horrors. It is a universe where hope is dead and technology is treated like magic. Oh my god!
Have you played the games?
I played a little bit of one of them. I think it was on Game Pass,
Yeah, it was.
but I'm heavy into the lore. Like I've been on TikTok and YouTube videos, and nobody's good. There has some clans that try to protect the human race, but even those clans are evil. Not evil, but
Yeah,
ain't
everybody's
nothing really
corrupt.
good.
Everybody's corrupt.
Everybody's corrupt.
Yeah.
So I googled some of the characters that Henry Cavill could play, and the main one I was getting casted was a guy called Dimitri and Titan, and that's the main protagonist of the video
Of the
games.
games, yeah.
So much that they put him in the lore of the tabletop game and any other story that's being written and created.
Hmm.
So he's the most popular character, and they said Henry Cavill looks the most like him.
I'm down. I can't wait to watch it. Henry Cavill is a nerd the same way Vin Diesel is into Dungeons and Dragons and of course Fast and the Furious and whatever. But it's the same way. Like anything they do, you know they're gonna put the love into the franchise. He was the reason why The Witcher season 1, 2, and 3 were so well
Yeah.
received. And then they fired him, and season 4 was a little messy, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my girl didn't want to watch the last season.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in it. She was like, "I'm not gonna waste my time." Um, some more good news.
Some more Weaver.
Some more.
Just playing. Go ahead.
Some more comedian. No, no, no. The Elden Ring movie has wrapped filming, and it will be in theaters March 3rd, 2028.
March 3rd, 2028. Damn, bro.
Yes.
It's going to be a year and a half of editing and special effects. That movie's going to cost a bajillion dollars. That's
A
if
bajillion
if the
dollars.
movie is over now and they finish filming it in 2026 and then it
Mm.
coming out to 2028, the editing is going to be
Bro, they using technology we don't even know about.
yeah.
These movies gonna be ridiculous. Secret Wars, Warhammer, Elden Ring,
Avatar, whatever the
bro,
next Avatar.
Avatar,
Yeah.
bro, gonna be on a different level, bro. Um, I have right here. It says the live action Elden Ring adaptation will be released March 3rd, 2028. Um, the key cast members is Kit Connor and Kaylee Spiney. It's produced by A24. I forgot.
Yeah, I
The,
did.
the biggest A24 movie ever.
Yep.
It's filmed specifically for IMAX. Just like we said, it's gonna be a whole new age in movies, bro. Um, right here it says the production details and announcements confirm the story focuses on the dangerous realm left behind the Queen by Queen Marika, shattered where she shattered the Elden Ring, leaving powerful and corrupted rune fragments in the hands of deranged demigods. Um, Similar to the premise of From Software's game, the narrative is expected to center on banished, fallen outcasts called back by grace to fight their way through a decaying environment rather than a traditional knight's heroic quest.
I mean, now I have a year and a half to actually play the game again. So whenever there's a dull like season where I'm not playing anything new, I have like so many games in my backlog. This is one of the games in that backlog. I'll try to beat it before March 8th or March 3rd of 2028. We'll see if that happens. Y'all keep me to, update y'all. I'll try to play it.
So you excited for this movie?
Um, I don't know because one, I was never the biggest Lord of the Rings person. I don't like that time frame in films. Like I watched Lord of the Rings. I didn't watch The Witcher. I don't watch those kind of stuff. I'm excited for it because I like the director. The director did all of these war movies that I like. He did Warfare, and he
Yeah,
did
that was
21
fire.
Days Later and those. So I'm excited more for him than I am for the movie IP. But I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm an unlikely geek, but I'm not like crazy for it because I didn't really play the game like that. That's not my style.
Aren't A24 also have the rights to do the what's the one with the guy from Walking Dead? He has the baby in the backpack. He has like a astronaut suit on.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Baby in the front.
So
He's in the baby's in the
maybe in
front.
the front. Hey, so you think A24 might be the new
No,
company doing all these game films? Oh,
no.
alright.
They want to do the serious ones. They're not going to be doing all the silly ones. They're going to do. They want those to be taken serious. So if you want your movie to be taken serious, like if The Last of Us was made into a movie, A24. If
Yeah.
Uncharted was made into a movie, probably not
Mm.
A24. It would go somewhere else. But I don't mean Uncharted. They've
Yeah.
already done that. But I mean like a better version. Like if
Yeah,
they.
A24, the reason we love A24, they do out of the box stuff. So with these two game films, they're stepping out of the box with these as well. So A24, keep doing y'all things. We gonna support y'all every time.
Yep.
Um,
Get that
moving on to more
$40.
video moving on to more video game movies, sorry. Dave Bautista is in talks to play Kratos in the live action God of War series.
Yeah, that was news I sent Dro like very late into this. That's why it's late into this. Um Dro tried to say more video game movies. This is a video game TV show. And uh remember the first actor that played Opie? Right? What was his name? Opie, right? No, Otis? What the hell was the guy's name? Um Homeboy got hurt being Kratos in
Yeah,
episode
homeboy
4.
got hurt.
He got hurt. And because he got hurt, he's going to need to recover and it's going to take months. So they fired him. They said, hey, stay home, get better. We'll pay for your hospital
Ryan
bill.
Hurst.
Yeah,
Ryan Hurst.
Ryan Hurst. But who did he play in Sons of
Ryan
Anarchy?
Hurst himself.
Yeah, stupid. But who did he play in Sons of Anarchy? Because that
I ain't
was,
watched Son of Anarchy.
but find his name because I think it's Opie. And yeah, so he got hurt. And they said, all right, we got to recast you. So they let him be. The fact that it could be Dave Bautista is crazy in a couple ways, right? To me. One, because he was supposed to play Marcus Phoenix. He'd been trying to play Marcus Phoenix forever.
Opie, for sure.
Opie, yeah. He was trying to play Marcus Phoenix since he was a lot younger. Two, he's a lot older now, which is perfect for the role of Kratos.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
three, he's super skinny now. So he said that he would not be bulking up for any more movie roles. He likes his weight skinny. He likes because he put the fact that he was very strong and brolic. He accounted that to be why they always cast him as like the big brute bad guy or the big brute superhero guy or whatever. So he wanted to be taken more seriously. He wanted those dramatic roles. So he slimmed himself down to get in those dramatic roles. Now he's older. Is he going to bulk up to that weight all over again?
So, to your point, did you watch A Knock at the Cabin?
Yes, he was skinnier.
No, he was still big.
No, but the last movie he was in.
That was before he lost his weight. That was the one he did with Jason Momoa, where he lost all his weight. The Knock at the Cabin was like right while he was doing Guardians. He was doing Guardians right there.
Okay.
He was a big brolic dude, and his drama acting was really good in that film. So I think him practicing and being in all these movies and loving acting in general, even if he bulks up, I'm hoping this will be good for him. Knowing no matter your weight, it's all what you do with the script.
No, they better not have a skinny Kratos. I don't
No,
care.
I don't want him to be skinny. No, my point was that if he bulks up, it won't mess with him being a great actor because
Yeah,
we've seen it.
of
We've seen
course.
him be goofy. We've seen him be in action films, of course. And with A Knock at the Cabin, him crying on command, him
No, he's a real
beating up for
actor. He's
help.
not just like a wrestler. He's
Yeah,
a real actor. People put
facts,
him, Rock, and John Cena in a line, and they always say that he's the number one of the three.
facts.
Even though John Cena's killing it with the comedy, and I like The Rock.
Yeah,
It's fun to hate on The Rock. I don't hate on The
yeah,
Rock. I like The Rock. So I think they're all great for all own reasons.
yeah.
But
John Cena is like the comedic one, The Rock is the most polarizing one, and Bautista is an actor's actor.
Yeah, he's universally loved at the moment. And for
Max.
him to play Kratos, it's just cool because he was probably number 2. They went with this other
Yep.
guy again, probably because he was already big. John Bautista is very tiny now. You know, he still kicked
Yeah.
my ass, but he's
Yeah.
skinny. Like he's
Yeah.
a skinny
He's
dude
skinny.
now.
He's skinny. He's ripped. I see him like flexing. He just ain't got the bulk.
Yeah, he needs the bulk. So
He just ripped.
he has to bulk up. But I feel
Yeah.
like his head is small. Not it's weird, but I feel like his head is I've seen pictures and he got a very perfectly shaped circle head. Kratos is a little bit longer of a head. So I wonder how weird it's gonna feel to see him with that big old beard. And what they're doing now, I thought I sent you another story. I know it's on here. They're gonna recast the child as well, but in season 2.
Two kids.
Yeah, they're gonna recast him in season 2, not in season 1. I thought that they looked at it as a whole reason to be like, oh, y'all hated both these characters when we showed the picture. So now that this guy got hurt, let's just kick the kid to the curb. Let's get a new kid, which I wish they would have done, to be quite honest with you.
Yo, to your point though, I think after Ryan Hurst did hurt himself, and knowing that the kid and Ryan Hurst had to go through a what's that when they put the two actors in a room?
Yeah, chemistry
See if
test.
they are chemistry test. Knowing Ryan Hurst is done, they're like, let's finish this season and let's just make up a reason why we gotta recast the kid. They say they're casting 14 to 17-year-old teenagers
Well, in the
for the
game,
season 2.
yeah, you didn't play the game, but in the game, it takes place in a few later. So yeah, the kid's grown because the kid is supposed to turn into the next main character, you know, or whatever, a spinoff. And
we made jokes. Like I said, the kid in this season, the first season, looked like the kid from the film with the little white rat, with the mouse.
It's Stuart Little.
Stuart Little.
Nah, to me, he looks like the kid from the last Home Alone movie that came out on Disney.
Hey, bro, yeah. So they said they're recasting Atreus and Thrud. I don't know who Thrud is. Do you know who Thrud is?
I mean, if I see a picture, not off the top of my head. But even then, again, it's the same thing. It's because they're young kids and they don't have enough time. They're already wasting 6 months. The guy got hurt months ago.
Yeah,
and
4 episodes.
He only filmed 4 episodes. They're gonna reshoot them. So now they're starting all the way back. So they don't have time. They're gonna go from season 1 to 2 ASAP, and they're just gonna have to cast a new kid. They don't have time for this kid to grow up in real life. So normally these kids grow like kids in the summer. You have a kid in 3rd grade, and by 4th grade, he got a beard, and he's like, "Hey man, hey dad, how you doing?" You know. So they don't have that time because they're gonna go straight from 1 to 2 and just shoot because they're losing time.
Shit's crazy. Before we end this podcast, did you want to double down on that Sony news?
Oh yeah, Sony doubled. I don't want to double down. Sony doubled down. Sony was like, "Oh, so we heard that you don't like that we are gonna not make video games physical anymore, and we're digital only." Well, guess what, suckers? We're doing it because you didn't buy the damn games earlier, so we ain't wasting no more money on that. Forget all of y'all. We gonna put all these games digital. You gonna deal with it, or you gonna go to Xbox and hate everything they doing because Xbox Play Anywhere, but over here, digital, and then we could take it away from you. If you don't play these games in 10 months, they're mine again. Okay, we're gonna take back that code. Fuck your money. This is my game now, sucker. So,
do you think though, like, it's inevitable, bro? I feel like every day we live, we take another step into the future, right? So with them going digital,
poetic.
It was just inevitable, bro. So it sucks that we're not getting any more physical copies in the future, but I just feel like that's where it's going.
I mean, I don't buy physical games on the new platforms unless it's like $10 here or there. If you look above me, which you can't because the camera, but I have my video games there. They're all Xbox One games and PS4, PS5, maybe 4 games. I don't have that many. All my games have been digital. They've been on Game Pass and like Soros. I plan on buying that because right now, this week, August 3rd, that game's on sale. So I might buy it physical because it's on sale physical. But also, I might just wait for Black Friday and it's going to end up being the same price or maybe even cheaper physical. But physical games get cheaper. That's the reason why people are mad. They're not mad because, oh, I can't walk upstairs, grab the game, go downstairs, they're not mad at that. They're mad because now digital games won't be able to get discounted. They won't be discounted as much. They won't be discounted as fast because who they're going to compete with. So that's what they're mad about. PlayStation is like, I
And
don't
being
care.
also being locked out of a game because who says Sony could be like, no more playing Elden, oh not Elden Ring, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Spider-Man. Blue, no more Spider-Man 4.
But the thing with that is, I could right now, I have like 10 of my PS2 games from back in the day. I got like
Yeah,
The Godfather, I got The Sopranos, I got Scarface, all of those games that really mean a lot to me. I could throw those in a PS2 right now and play them. I
yeah,
can't play, well, and soon I won't be able to play those games if I spend 10 years not playing them. I literally have to boot up my PlayStation every 8 months for the rest of my life to keep those games going. And I got to open each one of those games. It's a pain in the neck. But to be
yeah.
quite honest with you, I have 200 video games in my mom's garage at my mom's house in a box. I'm not playing those games. I'm not even thinking about playing those games. I'm going to just emulate them,
Like
allegedly.
Thanos said, it's just remnants of the past.
Ooh, bars. Yeah, this is all. People are like, yo, you have too many Funko Pops. You got too many knickknacks and toys. You
Yeah,
have such a big space in your house, and you're over here like you just fill it up with a bunch of nonsense. Like minimalize, and
yeah,
that's all PlayStation is doing. They're saying, oh, we minimalize in your life. No more games, physical.
yeah.
Just do what you got to do.
Because I think with technology and how they know like the Xbox Helix is gonna go digital, PlayStation like we was already doing that anyways.
Yeah,
So I think it was inevitable.
it does suck, but again, there's people will always find a way. Right now, if you buy a game on Steam, people have found a way on Etsy to like put it on a hard drive, put the hard drive to
Yeah.
have a an NFC code, and then you could tap
Yep.
something and then pretend like it opens up the game. So if you just want to have something to collect and show people how many games you got, there's ways to do it. Even back in the day, I used to make my own Madden covers. You could just get the game digitally and print out a Madden cover, put it on a thing, and just be like, "Yeah, I got Madden. Let's go play it." And then you don't have to pick up the game. So if you just want some physical stuff to collect dust, do it. But the problem is the sale of the game. These games are not going to go on sale as much because now they have no reason to go on sale. You only could buy it
Yep.
here, and you're going to buy it whether you like it or not. That's the problem.
They gonna Sony and Microsoft on some Nintendo shit.
Yeah.
And Nintendo don't never put a game on sale
And Nintendo does it physically, and they don't put their games on sale physically.
at
So
all.
now they're going to do the same thing digital. So, yeah.
Oh man,
Or is there
this is a
anything,
good episode, bro.
any other news that we got? Any movies coming out this week that we got to go check out?
No, I think in 2 weeks I'm gonna go see the end of Oak Street.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer again in the movie theater. I'm like, I even showed my son, like, this is the movie that Pedro's real excited about. And
Yeah.
it's still whatever. But uh I can't wait for next month, bro. This month needs to hurry up and come
Yeah.
and go because we got a lot of games coming out in September. And then
Thanks.
Grand Theft Auto comes out very soon. Very soon. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you everybody on TikTok. For the first time, we streamed live on TikTok. We got like 11 diamonds and flowers and fingers and all this stuff. So appreciate all of you guys. We went live on YouTube as usual, live on Twitch. We're going to be on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you could watch your podcast. Catch us on Facebook. Follow us on Unlikely Geeks. TikTok, Unlikely Geeks Clips. So like, follow, share, subscribe. Tell your friends because your manager is an unlikely geek. Your cousin's an unlikely geek. Your mama was a geek. And I'm talking
Yeah.
about you. Your mama was a geek. All right. You didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's an
My
unlikely
uncle
geek.
got some comic books in the basement
Come on.
collecting dust.
You didn't even know. She used to be reading, freaking, Fred Flintstone in the comics. You know what I mean? So, anyways, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna play some new game. I might do Beast of Reincarnate. So we might play that either today or tomorrow.
Madden Thursday.
Dro has everything to stream. If Dro felt like streaming on Thursday, we should call him out and say, Dro, stream on a Thursday because he has it all to stream. And yeah, I would like to see you play Madden. Do the story. Let me watch what the story looked like. But until next time, y'all, go out there and
Say the word.
peace out, y'all.